All right, so this video has been getting a lot of traction. It's called 9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate what is harder by FaZe Clan. I'm not the biggest viewer of streamers. I do consume like clips and stuff, so I've seen a lot of Jason the Ween. I've seen some of Lacey, I think, but in terms of that, I don't know too much. I know Plackboy Max as well, but I don't think he's here. I do have a lot of thoughts on this topic, and I think I'm someone who has a relatively good voice in this space because I do work essentially 3 jobs if you count YouTube as a part-time job. This is not my main channel. On this channel, I do reactions. Gaming is what I want to put on here, like some simpler stuff. But on my main channel, I actually put a lot of effort into those videos. Like it's at least 10 to 20 hours per video. And I do make about a part-time income. It has 30,000 subscribers. If you pocket watch, I get around like maybe 500,000 to 600,000 views a month on long form. And then I also work in the restaurant industry, and I also have a career media job. So something that's a little bit more corporate. I can't say too much about that job just because I work with some healthcare patients, and there's a lot of NDA kind of talk around this, so I can't talk too much about it.
That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Off the bat, I think this conversation is pretty difficult, and I know obviously they're doing it for entertainment, but there is just such a difference among like 9 to 5 is an extremely broad term. 9 to 5, I think a lot of people consider like even fast food jobs under 9 to 5, and also like streamers. There's just such a variety of streamers. Like for example, right, like I said, this channel is React content. React content is fairly simple. I don't have to put that much effort into it as I do in my main channel. So it really depends on what kind of content you're creating in terms of streamers and then the 9 to 5. But let's see what they say. I'm super curious, and I want to see with who I agree with. I've been seeing some clips of this. It's been kind of making its rounds. So
Listen,
I want to watch the full video.
So it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job is dangerous.
You would have to go to work.
Went to school.
But I do think streaming is work, and I would argue that streaming is a pretty difficult career in a lot of ways. I mean, it gives you a lot of great benefits, and of course, they should be really grateful, and they're very fortunate to be working that, but you have to work pretty hard to get to a pretty high position in the streaming world. It's about making connections. It's about constantly streaming. There's always going to be people who are streaming 24/7. So this guy is a mail carrier.
So my argument here.
Let's see. Lacey has cultivated a substantial multi-platform audience. Okay, so he has around 1.5 million Twitch followers, which is actually a lot of followers. I would compare that to around like 5 million YouTube subscribers, because Twitch followers are kind of harder to get than YouTube subscribers, to be honest. There's just less people on the platform. 1 million on Instagram and 2.3 million on TikTok. So he's actually a lot bigger than I thought he was. Well, I didn't know. What does he even do? What does he play? Does he play Call of Duty? What does he do?
Streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
At a face value, I actually agree with this take, and I know that might sound crazy, but I would also put in the caveat that there are a lot of 9 to 5 jobs that are harder than content creation or streaming. But if we're going by just an overall average from what I've worked in terms of 9 to 5, I believe in my experience, content creation, well, maybe I'm not really a streamer yet. I mean, obviously I'm doing these streams, reacting and stuff, but I wouldn't consider myself a streamer, more of a content creator. But I do think creating content, in my opinion, takes more effort and more hard work than a 9 to 5, in my opinion, from what I've worked.
Not facts, bro.
Right, I worked in fast food and
way harder,
mainly
homie,
restaurant industry.
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
Obviously, in the term of slaving for pennies, that part is definitely true. But I think there's a point to be said that as a content creator, you have to be self-motivated, and you have to put in a lot of work. Like I try to put in as much work as I can every single day into this to turn this into like a full-time thing. Especially streamers, they have to basically work 9 to 5 hours, if not more than that, to be honest. So if we're talking about you have to wake up, and of course you get to choose what time to wake up, you get to choose your hours, and that is great. But I think people think that being a streamer is like 100% vacation. It's really not like that. You have to constantly be streaming, or whenever you're not streaming, someone else is streaming, getting ahead of you. That's how it feels, you know. When you work at something like for example, I worked at Chipotle, it's just different. You literally just clock in, and I just turn my brain off, you know, and I'm just scooping food, and I'm on cash and stuff. It's very I would say it's much easier.
You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in.
I kind of agree. I mean, sometimes as a content creator, you just can't get good night's sleep. You just gotta get a video out, you know?
Answer phone calls with streaming and social media creation.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind of 9 to 5 you're talking about, but
When you're a mail carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you
what
something,
exactly does a
man.
mail carrier do? Do they take mail?
Fucking day.
That's another thing. Like if we're talking in terms of what is harder, the actual lifestyle that it provides you, like you get treated like trash as a 9 to 5 worker, especially if we're talking in like retail or fast food. Like I remember working at Chipotle, you literally get treated like literally an item, like an object, like you're just a piece of trash essentially. And so when it comes to that, it's definitely more difficult in terms of like a mental standpoint to be a 9-to-5 worker, right? There's different definitions of difficulty. And if we're talking about the lifestyle that it provides, it's definitely more difficult to obviously live and survive as a 9-to-5 worker in a lot of cases.
We have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do.
I don't,
Every thought
I
we
think
have.
that's
got
very
made,
different
man.
from
I
just getting
wish I
shit
had
on
made
all the
like
time.
y'all.
We don't have to
I
go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
what's the next trend?
Yeah,
What's the
I mean,
next
I think a
trend?
lot of people
Oh my
want to be a
God,
streamer,
I had
but
a
they
stream today.
don't
We got
realize a lot of the
dogs that
downsides that
wanna
actually
bite
come
my
with
ass
it. That's like
every
being a
day.
celebrity in general. I mean, I don't know if I'd consider these guys celebrities.
You got
Maybe some of them, but
24/7.
some of these guys,
Like
I don't
you,
think
get
they
back
walk
to
into a
your
Walmart. I don't think a
We're not
single
even at
person
home.
asked them
We're
for a
walking
picture.
around,
Man,
walking
I
around
wanna
doing
all
things,
of
going
that
to parties,
God,
doing
they're
all this
just like-
stuff.
I got a slave.
Did he really just say we have so much work to do? We have to go to parties and stuff? Okay, this guy, I agree with some of his base takes, but kind of the way he's articulating it, I completely disagree.
Just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime.
That's
Bullshit.
true.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
Not
Every-
necessarily
I
true
don't
with every
work,
job. I mean, some of
don't
them.
get paid. It's simple as
Yeah,
that.
but you have a guaranteed pay.
guaranteed pay if you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
Yeah,
get
I
paid
disagree
either.
with Lacey
You don't gotta
here.
deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have
Huh?
people.
This guy's got to be rage baiting. There's no way he just said that. This guy said we have to deal with people spamming L. Bro, do you know how annoying it is to have a fucking Karen come up and just say, oh,
People in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is boring.
no, this is the worst take that they've had so far. We're only 2 minutes in.
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7.
That
I'd rather
actually
do
is
that.
pretty
So why don't you
difficult.
become a streamer?
Obviously,
Man, that's what I want.
working as a server, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I always have to have a positive face. Like, if you want good tips, you're just gonna have to be always positive. Always, even if you're having the shittiest day, you got to be the nicest person you can be. And that's kind of similar to streaming. But I understand where Lacey is coming from. Like, you have to put on a persona. Like, even now, I'm playing like an amplified version of my own personality because I want to be entertaining. I want to be loud for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I have to consistently be talking. I have to bring the energy. Like, that is something to be said about streaming. Like, you can never just relax like when you're streaming. Obviously, that's like on the clock hours, but I mean, they put in a lot of time.
Want to
so.
do?
And it really is a
Fuck this
24/7
Spotify
job to be a content
If
creator.
streaming is
Often.
so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People
That's
are
facts.
lazy. They want to put in the
That's
work.
facts. See, but then it's more
get
difficult.
called
Like, it
fat
is harder if he's
So
essentially
what?
saying
I
people
can
don't want to
call
put in the
Chubby.
work.
All my homeboys call me.
Did he say
Chubby,
people call
whatever.
you fat? Yeah,
homeboys,
I
though.
think
Keep it a buck.
as a content creator, you just gotta have thick skin. Like, you can't let those comments get to heart. And sometimes I do, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm gonna go out there and get that
you
bag.
just yeah,
I
you
think
got
she
you,
got something she
you
wanted
can't
to
let
say.
negative
Oh,
comments get to you,
see a flag.
unless I mean it's like valid criticism, but
Flags are
just stupid ones like
actually
that.
useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
What? What is this production quality? Okay, whatever. What? What the hell?
So you raise your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years, so that means for 15
Okay.
years I had to
I
get
mean,
up
I respect that a
every
lot.
day,
Like, I was like on
get
grill at
dressed,
Chipotle
go to
for
work,
a
and
couple
I
months.
had to
That was
deal
pretty
with
difficult,
not only
honestly.
adults, but
I was
also
just
had
so
to deal with
tired.
Children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children.
Very
The
different.
lazy
Just
thugs are-
very
you
different.
gotta
I mean,
know the lazy
people,
thugs
if
are.
they're talking about people in their
I can't
chat,
go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a picture.
this guy's just a dickhead. Never mind. The more he talks, the more I disagree with him. Like that.
You know how hard that is? in a
Especially
life?
these guys.
That's so
Okay,
different.
I don't know how popular Lacey is because I don't watch him, but I actually do understand the point they're saying. If he really is like Justin Bieber, like there's an extent of celebrity. Like, if we think about A-listers, right? Like, in my brain, A-listers are people who essentially you can ask anyone on the street, and 95% of the time they're gonna know who this person is. Like, I'm thinking Justin Bieber, maybe The Weeknd, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. Like, these are A-listers. Like, they can't even go out in public, and that is actually really annoying. Like, if you want to do anything, even if you want to have like just a romantic date with a partner, you can't even do that. Like, you cannot do that without people following you, people constantly interrupting you, asking to take pictures. And yes, it's cool when you start out and like if you have 1 or 2 fans, of course you want to like take a picture with them, make their day. But when it gets to the point where you can't do anything on your own, it's really difficult. I don't think these guys are at the point. Like, that's the point of being like, the level of being a content creator is really nice because you don't really have to worry about that unless you're like Kai Cenat, Mr. Beast, like really the top end guys. Like, I think especially with content creators, most of the people, even on the bigger end, like I think Ryan Trahan can go to places, still have a good time and not be bothered, but he has like 20 million subs, right? Like, that's what I mean. I don't think that that's really an issue. And if anything, I think that's a positive of being a content creator. I think it's cool to get come to and get recognized like 3 times a day. But it's just annoying when you get mobbed. So I don't know. There's no way he's that big
How long
that
do you
he's
think
getting
this is gonna last?
mobbed.
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is
No.
going to last forever?
No.
I hope so. You just
10
talked
years
about when you're-
maximum.
I don't have
10
that
years
security that's
maximum.
gonna last forever. having a job,
Right.
being a cook.
That's
You
actually
have
true.
that
The security of a
"Oh,
job
I
is
have
a
job.
much
I have a
nicer
degree.
thing
I
when it
have
comes to
this.
9
I
to
don't-
5.
This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically,
Completely
if you
agree.
said-
I
if you
always
all
think about
sudden
that, and that's why I don't
you
just go
lost
full
all
in
your
on like my
followers,
first main
what
channel
would you
content
do?
creation.
I know what he'll do. Get a
No, I'm asking
trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you?
This guy, I don't know who this guy is, but this guy's already pissing me off. This fucking guy on the right. Oh, you guys can't see his face. Let me show you guys. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. This fucking guy right here is pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Completely, all your YouTubers, you had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work.
I get that they're playing it up for the camera, but I don't know. It's just, bruh. Is that a real tattoo? Yeah, that is, huh? The ink only looks like that. I can't believe he got a whole sleeve. He had no tattoos. Did he get an entire sleeve by itself? What the fuck?
Oh my God, did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my
I do feel like also a lot of streamers and people, especially who went into streaming without working a real job. Not to say that these guys haven't worked a real job. I don't know their past, but I do feel like they lack the necessary skills to work a regular job once the streaming kind of dies. Because to be honest, like I've been pursuing this dream of content creation for about a decade, to be honest. But when it comes down to it, like streaming careers especially, but I think like content creation in general, like the average lifetime is probably like 4 to 5 years. Like there's some content creators, like if you think about like YouTubers like Smosh, they've made it really far, but they've just innovated a lot. Maybe like PewDiePie, but it's very rare that you last in this space for more than a decade. And I think that like if you put all your eggs in this basket and don't have any other skills, it actually is pretty bad, like very, very bad.
followers, I would probably
You can just
buy
get.
a couple
We've seen it
houses
happen to people
and start my
before,
real
like
estate
Boogie
empire.
or
Okay, so
other people
then
who
you
made
would have to
millions. They
actually
didn't
go to
understand
work.
financially
You would
that
actually
that's
have to
just
go
gonna
to the office.
disappear.
I
Kind of
would
like
think that
athletes,
would
like
be a much
NBA
easier
players
job
and
than
stuff.
streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers.
There's always this debate of whether or not like content creation and becoming popular online is a skill or is it luck. I'm actually a believer that it's like 70 to 80% skill. And I think with the right amount of like dedication, you will get popular again. I think if I lost all of my subscribers on my main channel, I think even if I had to go in a completely different niche, I think that because I've been consuming and creating content for so long, I ultimately could build it back up to the point where it's making like a similar amount of income. That's my personal opinion. I think that I have the skills that even if I had none of my personal likeness, it was all gone. Like all my followers, they just forgot who I was entirely. I could redo it again. Like it would take time. Don't get me wrong. Like it would take the same amount of time, but I think you could do it again. Like I genuinely think so.
Whatsoever. He would have to turn
Yeah, but
around.
you're proving my point.
You would have
You're
to turn
proving my
around.
point. You're proving my point
How
on
is
why
she proving
this
your
is
point,
harder
though?
because I could lose it all
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
It's not necessarily true. One time when I left a restaurant, it took me so long to find another restaurant to serve. I don't know how it is for cooks. They might be a little bit more in demand.
Be a
but-
private chef. You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I don't know if you could just be a private chef.
I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook. You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth. I think something you guys
I don't understand the point of the red flags. I know they said that they're not even using them. I'm just confused what they're supposed to even be. This guy's just rage baiting. He's doing this on purpose. Okay, I'm not gonna listen to bro. I'm not gonna let bro rage bait me.
Twitter impressions too. I gotta tag them, and then that goes into falling off.
Okay, I want to watch this full video. It's 45 fucking minutes long, but I don't know if I can deal with. They're clearly like fucking saying this shit on purpose, right?
My name is Rhonda.
There's
I'm
no
a
way they're this
registered nurse
obnoxious.
from the South.
Nice to meet you.
From
Okay, registered nurse. That's very, very respectable. Like when I said content creation is harder than 9 to 5s, if you're working in like the medical field, I just, unless you're fucking Mr. Beast, like content creation is easier. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have friends that are in either med school or in the medical field, and trust me, that shit is way harder than what we do. Straight up.
5 years ago.
And honestly, they get compensated
I
less.
decided to
They
go
get
to
so
nursing
little
school
rest.
because
They get good money
I
though.
wanted
They
to
get
be
really
a
good money.
creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism back in the 60s.
Yeah,
and the
especially
50s.
with at her
You
age,
give
like
a
when she was
rat's
growing up.
ass, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support
7,
my daughter.
8 a.m.
You
to
get
12-hour
spoiled.
shifts.
Nope.
Have you ever
You
done it?
get spoiled.
Okay, Rhonda's kind of the goat.
Rhonda's
kinda popping off.
Rhonda,
I
got a question for Rhonda. I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
God. Dude, I don't want to be. Is this the group I'm mixed into? Is this really the group I'm mixed into?
Subathon.
30 days straight,
24
hours a day.
Okay, well, actually, though, I feel like the way he's saying it kind of pissing me off, but I actually agree. I mean, a subathon is hard. Like, if you're doing a whole month and you're always on camera, you always have to constantly be aware that people are watching your every move. You can't fuck up, can't do something stupid, or you're gonna get clowned on. Like, yeah, subathon is actually pretty difficult.
We all streamed.
That ain't even
I mean, no
hell.
breaks is a little crazy because you could just fucking put on a BRB. I'll be right back for an hour.
See your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it
you
is
a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean, boo-boo?
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
Does that
Think
come
about
with
this.
streaming? I guess if
Imagine
you wanna get to the
every
top, though, you
little
do have
puff,
to
we
do
call them
connections.
parasocials. They judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner.
Yeah,
and have a
it is
girlfriend
crazy.
picture in
Like
your bar
parasocial,
without them
honestly,
finding
that's
out.
one of the
I
most
got
difficult
caught with my ex.
parts
I
of
got caught
content
with my
creation.
ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But men-
Is his ex a child? What? Wait, hold on. Let's think about what he said. He was with his ex and he got called a pedo? What?
mental health. Mental
Wait,
health.
I'm
When
confused.
you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you? Do you?
I mean, that's a completely different
And
conversation,
that's
though.
a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think. Social media.
I
what
mean,
they
at
say
the end of the day,
about
that
you.
is their career,
That's
though.
our job.
Yeah, that
You
is
said
their
you're a
career.
nurse, right?
Their career is
35
literally
years.
being
What do
a
you think's
likable
harder?
person to an extent.
24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24
This guy's fucking stupid.
hours.
They can't listen to this guy. This guy cannot let this guy get on air.
Short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
That is so unbelievably disrespectful. This guy is pissing me off. Okay, I'm actually falling for the rage bait though. Please, I cannot fall for the rage bait.
All right, so you said 30-day subathon.
What occupation? NA, what the fuck is the point of him being here? I thought the whole point is 9 to 5 workers. If he has no occupation, what the fuck is he
Alright.
doing here? Okay, whatever.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work.
Or is it just like
during that,
NDA'd?
and
Like
it
he
was
can't
all
say
your
it.
Filmers, your
part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers, all these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They
I
didn't do
disagree.
anything.
I actually disagree with this.
No,
Trust me,
because
I do
here's the
all of
thing.
my editing. I do
That's bad
all of
take.
my like filming.
They wouldn't have
That's a
any
bad take.
work if it wasn't for us, though.
Also a bad take. I guess that's technically
I
true,
would even
but
go
it's like
as far to
co-mutual, you know what I mean?
say
Like they couldn't
every
do this
person
without
in
these
this
people,
room
but also
is
those people couldn't do it
benefiting
without them.
Because here's the
It's
thing.
just an
we get
ecosystem. Like, it's like any other
sponsors
business, you
from
know what I mean?
these companies that have 9 to 5s, right? These companies.
This
hold
I
on,
disagree
hold on.
with.
These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep
That
them in
is so
business.
specific
Have you
to
ever worked a
very
real job?
specific companies. There are so
So
many
how
companies
would
that
you know?
can run without
I have
fucking
worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I
influencer
worked 8 months. I
sponsorships
worked
and
the double. I
branding.
worked Walmart and Panera at the same time.
Why are they laughing? Okay, what? That's a 9 to 5 though. If you're working a double, if you work Walmart and then go straight to Panera, I respect that. Why are they laughing? Like, no offense, I'm not trying to offend. I'm not trying to go after anyone, but like it's very hypocritical to say that you're a cook in the school system and then laugh at someone for doing literally double shifts. Like, I don't get
For a
that.
year.
Actually laughing, bro. It's not. She's making me mad.
Yeah, actually, I agree.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
I get where they're coming. I get where both of these people are coming from, but I'm actually more on side with the 9 to 5. But I think they're kind of playing it up for the video. Who is this? Ron?
Hi, I'm Chris.
I thought it said his name was
Why
Ron.
do you
Oh wait,
think a
wait,
9
what
to
the?
5
What is
job
going on? Wait, so this is Ron? Is the Ron the guy that's pissing me off?
It's not harder than what you do.
Well, you're guaranteed.
So their occupation is NA. Okay, so I
Guaranteed
think that
pay.
means they
Yeah.
can't say what they do, not that they don't have a job.
No, it makes it easier for you.
Makes it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have
Makes
security.
it easier
Talk about
for
raises.
Makes it easier for 9 to 5 people to have.
I got to think
job
about that. I got to
because
think
their
about
pay is
Yeah, when you go to
guaranteed.
if the
work
fact that
every
the
day,
pay
I'm
is
like,
guaranteed
basically
really
the
makes it
ease of a job,
easier.
just have something
Because there's
that
also a
you
lot of
can
room for
literally
growth
say,
Well, let's just
as
say
a
when that
streamer,
comes to
right? And you don't
perspective, you
have
say
that,
someone who works
like
food,
your
someone
pay
who
is
works
guaranteed, but
doctor,
it
obviously
is
different.
hard to
You're talking
move up the
overall,
ladder in
9 to
most
5,
places,
someone who
especially
doesn't need a degree
places where you
is
don't
way
want to be, you
easier
know?
Than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're
Stop fucking
guaranteed
snapping.
and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5.
Huh? You definitely, I mean, I guess if we're talking about like entry level jobs, even in like specified fields though, you still need skills and knowledge that these guys probably honestly
If
don't
you wanted
have.
to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot
Not
Locker.
that I have them either.
apply,
I mean, I only have like media
And then
knowledge.
next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single
Yeah,
hour.
Foot Locker. See, this is like part-time job, or even if you're working like full-time. Like if you're a manager at like a Chipotle, yes, you could work your way from the bottom without like a skill, but you actually learn skills there to an
Working
extent.
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever.
But is this what we're really counting as 9 to 5? Like I'm counting like
because a streamer, you can come up
doctors,
with
I'm counting
ideas, you
like
have to
lawyers,
stay
like all these
relevant.
regular jobs. These are
about
9 to
ideas
5
now.
jobs.
Yeah,
We're
what do you-
talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to
that's
start with
one way
though?
that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But
Well,
you're not
you
even.
started with
You're not
pay.
even.
Wait, hold on. Yeah,
you keep
his
switching it. So why
argument
are you
is kind of
switching
getting
anything?
Yeah, you
getting
100%
mixed.
are. So how is it harder if you're
What?
guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years.
Hold on. How is it harder if you're guaranteed a pay? I get what he's saying, because right, I always have the struggle of like, is this YouTube pay gonna last? That's why I don't quit my actual jobs, because even though I am actually making just as much from my main YouTube channel as I am as my restaurant gig, I don't want to just fucking quit, you know? Because like it could just disappear. I actually agree with that. I actually agree with that.
Streaming, I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that you need
difficult.
creativity.
I think this guy is
you need
the
to
best-
get out of your circle.
This guy is
comfort
the best
zone.
so far,
You need to be
the
able to
guy with the
actually
glasses.
make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true.
Okay, so they
But you're
are
talking about
dividing content
entertainment as a
creation and
job.
streaming.
We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't have
is
any
why-
guarantees.
So is he
Absolutely.
agreeing or
Do you
disagreeing? I
choose
feel like
to
this
sit
guy
here
is
and think
slightly
that
agreeing
working
with
at like a
the
Foot Locker or
streamers.
something like that. I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example.
Yeah, yeah.
Is harder than a streamer.
Okay, those jobs, like I'm being completely honest, and no disrespect to you if you work at one of these jobs, because I really respect you. I worked at those jobs for literally, I worked at Chipotle for literally 2 years almost, and it is horrible. Like I hate it. But in terms of how much I have to actually think, I literally clock in, turn my brain off, and just want to go home as soon as I can, right? I just want to fucking clock out as soon as possible. Like I still work hard, but I think the amount of effort you put in as like a streamer or a content creator, I think it's much more than that kind of job. Like physically, of course, you're doing more. You're fucking working your tailbone off. But I think like as a content creator, you do have to be creative. I mean, obviously not like with reaction content, but like with, especially with my main channel, like making a whole video idea, like making a script for, like these are all things that actually take effort, time, and creativity skills. I would definitely agree with him if we're talking about like Foot Locker sales. And you could work your way up from those to be in a more corporate position in terms of those companies. But yeah, if we're talking about like the base of like just like a crew member at Chipotle, I'm only saying Chipotle because I work there, but
Depends on what you are saying.
definitely,
the
I
word
think-
hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity, because
there's
some people
hard-
around here said, "Oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8
Everyday
a.m."
activity.
Okay, we have to do the same thing.
yeah, I
Sure.
think
You
streaming is
And
harder
you
than
deal with
those jobs.
yourself.
I agree.
No,
I
we deal
agree.
with millions
when
of
you're
people.
creating that content,
The actual
and you
like
have your
lifestyle
phone,
you live is more
you're
difficult
dealing
though,
with
because
you
you
and
get paid
yourself
way
and that
less.
phone.
Okay, so
you
what
get
happens-
treated like shit, and
Not
your
true.
life
You're not
has
dealing
such
with
That's not true at all.
less
I have an
fulfillment.
editor that I
Like being
pay
a
who
streamer
relies
just makes
on
you
me. If I
much
stop doing
happier.
any type of content, he
When you're
loses
So
his
working,
when you
you're
go to your
so
job,
much less
when you go to
happy at
work-
fucking Chipotle. Like
When
I
you
don't
go
want
to
to fucking
work,
be
rather
there.
than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, "Oh, we're not doing it anymore"? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on the camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift
Yeah.
and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how
That's
much
the
you
same with streaming in the terms of what they're doing, especially like with Phase. It's a little bit different for people like me who kind of just sit in their room, make commentary, edit everything themselves. You know, I don't really got to deal with other people, but I digress.
do with that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours
perfectly.
that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me
Yeah,
out.
go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye.
Just depends on where you're working. I hate because 9 to 5 is just so fucking broad. But like some jobs, I didn't really vibe with my coworkers much. Like it's just strictly coworkers. Other places, I actually became friends with the coworkers. Just depends, man.
So you have a lot of flags.
I'm so confused. Why did he leave? Is it the flag thing? That's still confusing me.
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. She's right.
What? Is it just because she's hot? I don't understand.
Not fine. She's right. Hey, look good though. Hey, we good.
All right, so you guys were talking
it 'cause
about
she
the
said
mental
executive
aspect, and I
assistant?
thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have
Same
to clock
fucking
in a
thing.
certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that
Being too tired to cook is relative. I mean, you just got to put your mind to it. I mean, I don't need to be an asshole, but trust me, I work fucking 2 jobs and one of them drains the shit out of me, and I still got to come home and do this shit. So like, I don't know. You can say the same thing about streaming. I don't know.
does all of that stuff for me when I get home. But if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on
I mean,
social
I get where
media
she's
a
coming
lot,
from. Yeah.
That you
The
get
fact that they're not
related-
acknowledging how hard mentally it is to work
so
a 9
I
to 5,
actually
like
did
it's just
content
difficult.
creation, starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job. And
I mean, you can, if you want to like really trivialize it and boil it down to that, sure, but it's not that simple. Like, you have to do a whole planning, especially as someone who has to consistently stay relevant. If you don't post a video, if you're not streaming, especially as these guys who are on top, if you just fucking leave for 3 weeks, your channel could actually tank, and it could have a permanent fucking residual effect on your career, your money. I mean, maybe you could build it back up over time. You can argue, but I don't know. I don't know if it's that easy to just say I'm gonna leave for 2 weeks. Like, you could just, especially as a content creator, like someone who makes videos like me, who isn't as reliant on streaming, like I can make a backlog of videos, right? Like if for example, if I was doing this full time, and I think a lot of other YouTubers, if you're doing this full time, you can take 20 videos and then edit them in advance, especially if you have like a team and stuff, and take a vacation. But it's like you still have to put the work in advance. It's not like you can just say, oh, I want to leave for 2 weeks, and then you can just leave. Like, it's not really like that.
you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So
opportunities.
you're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
It's like an
I don't know.
answer
Yeah,
couple.
I mean that's
So
part of
you're
the
saying,
work. Like, you can
to
say
go
that
back
about
to the
like
beginning, you're
other
saying, like, you
people
can manage, like, your
whose
time with
part of their work is
relationship,
traveling
like,
as
right, like, you
well.
have your girlfriend,
Like, that's
you
just
go
part
home,
of the
like-
streaming
I
job, is to
fortunately have a
travel for
support
some of
system,
them.
but I every day like ask myself how I would
So
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down, right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off
When?
completely. About to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have
Yeah.
a support system.
I agree.
I moved
I mean,
across the
we've
country
been
from
there.
my parents.
Why does
at
this
the
guy
age
keep
of
snapping in the back, bro? I'm sorry. Stop
19,
doing that.
lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my
definitely
bank for my rent.
can understand.
But I wasn't making
Like,
more
falling
than
off
my
is
rent.
really
So I was
difficult.
You were in the
losing-
red every
I
month.
was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country.
That lady's pissing me off.
So it's like when you're
Why is
alone
she-
too
why
and
is she
everything's
snapping
going
at that?
down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she's laughing, bro.
So I have a
I
question.
agree.
You said
She's
that for the
just-
first 4 years you started
Like,
streaming.
she's being as obnoxious as they are. I don't think she's rage baiting. Not that it makes it better that they're doing it on purpose, but obviously it's for the content. She's just fucking being an asshole.
You had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain
Wait, what? So he started when he was 16. He went up for 3 years, and then he went in the red. So he should have been 19. I don't understand. Did he start? Oh wait, did he start streaming at 13 or 14? I thought he said he started at 16, and then he was in the he was gaining for 3 years, and then it all went downhill. So he should have been 19, right? That's confusing me. I mean, you can still live with your mom at 19, but why did he?
extent is privilege.
That's
It
privilege.
is privilege.
It is.
But my
because-
mom,
privilege.
but my
Totally
mom,
privilege.
how's that privilege? Before you
It's
go
privilege because you have the
That's totally
support
fucking
system to
privilege.
have a
What?
place to live.
there? Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot
That
of
is not a
people don't, and they
guarantee.
have
That
to
is
take
not a
9 to
guarantee.
Different
5s.
discuss- So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in time
I don't like her takes. I don't know. I don't feel like she's adding anything to the
where
conversation,
I
to be
was
honest.
able to.
Like,
But
I don't
I
think she added
also
anything.
had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do
a
what I
terrible
wanna do.
question.
If
I
we all
completely
got
agree.
paid
I mean,
the
her
same every single
entire,
month, let's say
or I mean, sorry, his entire life is set up around this, and he's been doing this full time. So why the fuck would he?
just in simple terms.
I mean,
we all got
that's not a
paid
terrible. I mean, I
100
guess some people could answer that question, but in terms of this debate, it doesn't fucking mean anything. Like, that's fine as a question to ask someone in terms of like if you're just conversating with them, but I don't think it adds anything to the debate of whether or not 9 to 5 workers versus like what is harder versus a streamer.
$1,000 a month, the crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question. Would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Yeah, nursing is pretty secure, no?
Nothing's secure. You just
No, nursing is a lot more secure than fucking content creation. That's cap. That's
proved my
cap.
point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings,
But
to have an audience.
Definitely depends on the scale of creator, right? Like if you're a small streamer, you could still, this is more of a debate of like 9 to 5 versus like extremely wealthy and top 1% streamer. Like they're not really accounting for, I guess, smaller people
Even
who are
if you
still
do
living
lose all
paycheck
your
to paycheck.
followers one day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say I
lose,
lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral
that's-
videos, even if people are hating.
That's not a streamer specific thing though. Like a lot of 9 to 5s, you get paid extremely well. Lawyers, doctors, fucking anything that's like in probably like 6 figures up, like anything in tech, right? Like you can say the same fucking thing. Like if you spend your money properly and you don't inflate your lifestyle, you can say the exact same thing. I just don't agree with what the thing
on
that
you and
she's saying.
shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of $1,000s.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a
What?
content creator?
Streamer University.
Ah, shut the fuck up, man. No shot. Okay, Adapt. I don't know who this is. A top tier variety and IRL streamer, averaging around 12,900 per stream. That's a lot. 930,000 on Twitch, peaking 40. Okay. In reality, though, if he helps shape the brand, he is more than a content creator. Like, it's actually the brand of FaZe is probably more like marketing. There is more business side behind it. So,
Gabe, how we doing?
college professor.
Good.
Okay,
so first of all,
this
I want
guy
to say I
is
do respect all of you for
pretty
what
trained.
you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do
Okay.
not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing. It's a weekly thing. It's a monthly thing. It's a yearly thing. It's a life.
I think a lot of creators have to have that routine. I watch a lot of lifestyle creators like Ali Abdal and stuff, and maybe not some of these guys, maybe not some streamers, like especially like I think a lot of people lump like gaming into it, but I don't know. I think like a lot of content creators work really hard to get to where they are.
And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their
That's the exact same thing with streaming though. If you say something fucked up, I mean, I know some people get away with it, but cancel culture is a very real thing. You cannot say some fucked up shit on stream. Like that is the exact same thing as like, obviously you shouldn't be a shit person to your coworkers, and obviously you shouldn't be a shit person in general, so you shouldn't get canceled, but yeah. I don't know. That's the exact same thing. That's very true in content
lose
creation.
their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say,
No, it could
you'll
derail
get
your
other
career
followers,
entirely.
And you
No.
have, you have a large following enough
No.
where there's enough of a range.
Again,
of
this is only
perspectives
encompassing for large
that people
streamers,
will
too.
always be
Like,
on
not
board
smaller
for you
streamers.
As long as you're producing content.
Like, this
People
didn't say
who screw up at their
A-list
jobs and
streaming.
lose
This said
their
fucking
jobs,
streaming versus
and then-
9 to 5.
And maybe there's a recession.
Like, they're
there's
not
not a lot of
encompassing.
jobs, as could be now. You know, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, but if you're not getting your thing in 5 times, like unless it's an unreasonable ask, like you should be doing your work. Like if you're working a job, you should be doing your work. Just as like as a content creator, you have to put out a video, like, or you have to be streaming. Like, it's the same exact
Okay, so
thing.
listen,
Like your
but
shit
to
is
be
gonna
able to
decline if you
get
don't
that
actually
loyal
do your
following
job.
Of people that do follow you,
Yes.
you need to build that over years
Okay.
and years
Yeah.
and years
Okay.
and hours
That's
of
facts.
trust
Okay. All right.
and communication
Sacrifice.
and intimate
He's like fucking
relationships
19,
with your
isn't he? What
audience.
is
Okay, so
that's not something
what
that's
is he
just given
sacrificed?
to you. That,
Look,
that-
the
you
things-
don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2
Of
million
course
subscribers,
not.
3 million
Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work
Yeah.
for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like,
I don't know. I don't
you're
know if I
doing
agree with that.
exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with.
No, that's specific to content creation, getting comments. Like people don't have to deal with that. I mean, you deal with shit at like your job and stuff, but it's completely different from getting like a bunch of hate comments on something you worked hard on. I completely
But you don't
disagree
have to
with
wake up at 6 a.m. and get to your job and then be
No,
there.
I thought we said 9 to 5. That's not,
like,
you don't have to
be
wake up at
on
6
the
a.m.
whole time,
When I worked from
no
9
matter
a.m.,
what.
I got up at 8.
Anyone who has a 9 to 5
got ready
has
and
to do
went.
that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
Right,
We have
you're
to-
You already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new shit every day.
That's kind of true. Honestly, when I think about being a college professor, is it really that difficult? Like getting there is difficult, like getting all the knowledge, but once you're there, like the actual job isn't that hard, is it?
Me in particular.
It depends on how good of a professor you are. If you really care about the students and stuff, then it is. But I mean, if you want to just coast along.
To the same
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I
You were-
don't think
okay.
anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if
So
that's
I had
something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All
And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So
And
you're
with how many
constantly-
people help?
I actually believe that he did work pretty hard. Like I don't know the guy, but if he actually built FaZe, like FaZe is a pretty reputable brand, so he probably worked pretty hard.
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
Yeah, all of them. There were a lot.
That's the same thing with any profession, though. You have to get help. In terms of my more corporate job, you have to rely on your coworkers to an extent that are in the same field as you. You have to rely on some of like your peers. Like it's like you need help along the way to be successful. No really successful people did it like only like they never talked to anyone. They did it entirely by themselves. Like a lot of people have mentors. I don't know.
Team.
When I was trick
Was
shotting-
it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it.
But YouTube isn't so easy. There are literally like hundreds of thousands. No, there's actually millions of people who try to do it but can't make it work.
A thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did
didn't
for this
exist,
point.
if it didn't exist, you couldn't press
So the
play, you
fact-
couldn't press record,
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
just
a,
talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on, then
Yeah.
boom, then there you go.
Right, but I
Yeah,
also had
have
to
a
spend
campus to
years
teach.
earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get
really-
paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
I agreed with that guy a little bit, but some of his takes at the end.
Miki, and my perspective is
Hair and
coming
makeup
from
artist.
a
Pretty
hair
difficult
and makeup artist,
job, to be
physical
honest.
job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the
Oh,
physicality.
brother.
You guys just
I know how to.
I think that's specific to FaZe Clan because they're kind of supposed to be gamers, right? Like if we talk about some content creators like gym influencers or streamers who do like kind of gym, I don't know if gym content streamers are a thing, but yeah, I don't know. That's not something that's necessarily true about streamers. Like again, it's so
Do a
broad.
just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone
know.
is
So-
very different.
So wait.
Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear, supplies. You have
I
to
do that in my
haul it
corporate job. I
around,
gotta
get
carry
up
so
early in
much
the
fucking film
morning.
equipment.
You stand on your feet all
Bet.
day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I
You're
hear you. I
breathing
built
a
in.
house.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all
Okay, this is I don't know.
day.
All right, can I talk? Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't
your thing
physically
is
taxing. You're just talking into.
I don't really think this is that valid of a point. I mean, maybe I don't understand what she has to go through, but I mean, everyone has trials and tribulations like this through, especially like even streamers.
Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No, no, no,
physical.
no, but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
physically, I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller.
I'm
and
kind of
make
losing
a
it on this
200 montage.
this trick shot
No
stuff.
one in here. Come on, man. None of you could.
But you
none
can
of
carry
you-
some just
none of you
some
could
hair and makeup.
physically
And you have
go
to do
I
that.
get what he's saying.
for,
Like
12 hours
he
a
has a
day.
skill that they
Yes.
can't do.
Actually,
You're
yes.
taking him 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is
Yes,
never
I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No, no,
all
no.
of the
Wait,
things
wait.
that you
Stop.
use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You don't know
done.
about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these things?
Oh my God, disable resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample,
Oh my God.
my montage is fucked.
You have
Your
to-
main underlining argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day
more-
to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and
Yeah.
hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say this.
I don't know. I mean, someone educate me, but is it really as dangerous as she's making it up to be? Like that seems a little much. Like I feel like she's overplaying how dangerous being like I mean, I understand the idea of like the toxic chemicals and fumes and stuff, but I don't know.
Same thing.
That doesn't seem something that's like
You
extremely
cannot
dangerous to the point where.
How many hours
guys
a
ever-
day do you trick shot?
I mean, it's kind of valid though. I mean, he basically practiced a skill that he can do. I mean, whether or not that's valuable is debatable and questionable. Like we can bring that into question, but I mean, an argument to her point, it does make sense.
How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I
day, 12
needed
hours
to.
a day
However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
If she's saying it's 12 hours a day, she's not working a 9 to 5. She's working a 9 to 9. Like, yes, that could be more difficult than streamers on an average basis, but you're not, most of these people, like when I'm talking about like people who work 40-hour work weeks, you're not working 12 hours a day, 7 days. That's not a fucking 9 to 5. That's 9 to 5 is 40 hours. 12 hours for 7 days is fucking 84 hours a week. Like that's different. It's different. I don't know why she's saying this.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zone.
Stick drift.
Stick drift.
I think what he's saying sounds ridiculous, but I get what he's saying in argumentation to
It's
her
for
point.
the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing.
Wait, no, that's valid though. Like you do put your life in danger by being a public figure in general.
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
Because he
decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
was-
Okay, Silky is a high-energy IRL and GTA 5 streamer known for reactive and interactive streams alongside other FaZe members. 1,000. So, okay, these are huge streamers, man. I've never watched Silky before. I don't even know who he is. I don't know who most of these guys are. The only one I remotely know is Jason. And I don't even watch his content.
I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, working with children is always difficult, but I don't know. I mean, I would love to hear what she does at her job. I don't really know the actual tasks of librarian, but I still would think content creator is harder than this job personally.
All that, because it's who
I think I'm
you
losing
are.
the plot on
that-
content creation versus
we
streaming though, because they are a
create
little bit
social
different.
media
But I kind of group them into the same category in my brain. I guess because I don't really stream.
9 to 5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
Yes, you definitely you have to have energy. What?
Are you serious?
You have false
That's
energy
the whole
because
job.
you're across the screen. You're not interacting
No,
with people
no,
like
no,
we
no.
do.
So what are we doing right
Not
now?
interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video.
Yes.
Who save lives every day.
Yes.
Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The fucking shit they're saying about, like, I understand, no, like, for real, like, content creators can save lives, but I think it's disrespectful to say that, like, they're doing more than doctors for saving lives, because it's different, it's entirely different, and they train their whole lives to physically save people who have conditions that can't be saved. I think a lot of content creators have saved my lives in many ways, especially, like, artists and stuff and people I consume in terms of entertainment, but just completely disrespectful to say that they save more lives than doctors. I disagree. I don't like that rhetoric.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out
Okay, I think you're stroking your own cock a little bit too much, buddy.
and to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so.
So, but I'm saying it's like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay. Now
That's what makes being a librarian hardest, because you have to touch people. What
What kind of shit's going on?
You go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands
That's
of people.
also true too.
Is
You're
that your
drunk.
choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
stream. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose
That's
that.
their
You chose
job.
this
That's
life.
the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's what's
do what you
happening
do.
now.
No, they're choosing it because that's their career, and they're arguing that this career that they've chosen is more difficult than the 9 to 5. Like it's not a question of whether or not they chose it.
That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touch.
Oh, this woman's trolling.
people's
IMO.
hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people's
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many mans we meet a day?
I think, look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I think,
any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you ever,
I got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When
I never fucking at all of my jobs. I don't think this fucking inner touching action thing. I don't even know what she's talking about.
I'm watching
I mean,
wait,
maybe
did it
if
make
you're
you
a
feel better?
therapist or like a fucking.
It what make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you
what-
ever been
it all
entertained?
depends-
Like a fucking-
it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
in
what's
a
coming.
masseuse I feel or something?
Some of it is
I got a
fake.
banger right now.
Some of it is
You
fake.
see, you're not answering.
So
me.
now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now. Go
all
ahead.
right. Come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Do you know? You just it's like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
So it's easier.
I'm a very social. I'm a very.
Yeah, what is she arguing for? Yeah, I don't think she brought much to the table. Not gonna lie.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
All right. Okay. So this is.
Oh, that's
This
not
is
fair.
where
He
I'm
has the
at.
same menu, makes the same food every day. Bro.
First thing I'm gonna say.
I don't like the disrespect, man. I mean, maybe it's because it's personal, but I don't fuck with
Because
the
nobody's
disrespect
gonna
there.
say being a nurse isn't hard. Because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult
was.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your
loves
mom
it.
and say that your work is harder?
She tells
That
me
is
it's
so
easy.
rude, honestly.
She works two of them.
Okay,
She works
let
at two hospitals.
me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at two hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said.
What? Wait, hold on.
Respect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Wait, I don't understand. I think he's just saying he doesn't watch streamers. What does that have to do with him with being black?
Oh my
What?
God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You don't watch me because I'm black. And
What?
this is what I'm
Is that what
talking
he was
about.
saying?
It's
I thought he was
harder.
saying he
You
doesn't
have
watch
to get
streamers in
judged
general.
every
I gotta get
single
judged
day.
every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got taxed. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
What? You're gonna sit on millions? No shot working at fucking. No offense. I mean, I'm not. You're not gonna make millions. You're not gonna be sitting on millions working at fucking Costco. What is?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
This brain is hurting me. There's fucking see. This video's fucking hurting my brain. They just.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, whoa.
Come on, bro.
Hey. Is what you do
Wait,
fun?
whoa, pause.
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But,
You're on his diesel.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to. hear
No,
this.
listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying?
guy's-
I'm already drowsy because
This
I
guy's
just
also
smoked the
rage
night
baiting.
before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta
guy's
deal with
rage
thousands of
baiting.
them.
No, let him.
No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than
hold-
smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look
I think this guy's trolling. I
like?
think this guy's
I
trolling.
gotta make sure that my yeah.
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
Yeah,
you know.
this, you know what I'm saying?
See him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool,
So
right?
he got fat.
Now I have
I mean,
to
yeah, you just have
gain
to look
more
presentable.
rivals
But
of
that's
probably 1 to
something
2
that's
hours
in
before
most
stream. You know why?
professional
Because I don't get to
occupation. You
gain
gotta
it
look
after
sharp.
work. Like I could just
Like
gain
a
it after
realtor
work, bro.
has to
I
look
can't.
sharp.
You know what I'm
Lawyers
saying? You can't
generally
just
have to
do
look
that,
sharp.
right? After I
The
do
same
that,
thing with
now I
any
gotta
9 to
sit here
5.
and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrabble
Guess
something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably about
I'm actually on the side of the 9 to 5 here a little bit, I think,
Alright,
so far.
8 or 9 p.m.
I'm also a server, so I feel like
still
maybe I'm a
probably
little bit
thinking I gotta do
biased.
something for stream. My mind is
Do you
fried.
know
You know what's crazy?
So he had to wake up at 3 to 4, get ready, like appear nice. His brain is fried. so he just has to make up stuff on the spot. And that doesn't sound that difficult to me.
9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
He
today.
already
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
Nah, if you close at a restaurant, you're there late.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but
No.
do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
He'll kill
No,
himself.
I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're
I
talking
don't
yourself
know
into
that
a
one.
hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
Wow.
Get this racist
Play
out
that
here.
card.
He
Play
has
it.
no social
All right,
cues.
all right.
Oh, you're back?
Baby, I want to say to you,
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people.
Wait, what was Rhonda? She was the
When you
nurse,
say
right? She was
shit
kind of
like
goaded.
that, do
She was
you
kind of
really
goaded.
mean- you
She's probably the
say-
person I
you
agree
feel
with
me?
the
I'd rather be in my
most,
own
I
space.
think,
I'd
on the
rather be
9 to
by
5
myself.
end.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
This guy's got a little bit of an ego. A little bit.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
All right, so Jason is the only guy I know. He does a lot of clips. I'm very curious to see what he says. I don't know. He doesn't seem like the most intelligent dude to me, but I'm very curious because he's really the only one I know. So I see him a lot on like offline TV, like with Pokemon and stuff, in terms of like YouTube Shorts. I want to hear some of the people that haven't talked yet because we already heard her. I don't think she added much to the conversation, to be
You
honest.
look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
I think dreaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a.
The argument for this, I think, is it's harder, but the rewards are greater, right? Like, why does someone want to be a lawyer or a CEO? It's a lot harder than working like a regular 9 to 5, but it's because the rewards are greater. You get more money, you have more status, you just get access to more things, you have better connections, right? It is a lot harder, but the dream and the fulfillment is there. I think that's the clear reason, right?
Public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a
He's
girlfriend
just talking too much about
that
public relationship
I
stuff.
loved so
He's talking about
dearly
Eugen, I think?
because I chose streaming.
So my question.
That's just choosing career over your love when you're 19. I mean, he's what, like 21 years old? So, I mean, that just happens to people at 9 to 5s too.
Nah, I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again.
Yeah, this lady is pissing me off too.
If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was
Dude, this whole human touch thing is
Flipping
just,
burgers, I
I
could've
just
had
don't
a
understand this
girlfriend
argument.
still.
I really
But
don't
you
understand this
lost the
argument.
human touch for the streaming.
being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands on thousands.
This human,
of
can we get someone
views
else?
every single day.
Bring Rhonda
5%,
back, please.
maybe
Rhonda's the
two,
goat.
three.
Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The point
No,
is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder
Was
than
that
9 to 5. That's the point.
you gave up?
What are people saying about this? I don't know. The whole point of this love thing, this is with any career. I don't think this is specific to streaming.
Something that I love.
Okay, new person, new individual.
Lala
Attorney.
Costa?
Okay, definitely I think being an attorney is fucking harder than being a streamer. Yeah, that's a crazy name. Lala Costa, that's fire.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If
know
you
what I
had an
mean?
opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because
Well, does that mean like I create the amount of wealth I get and stuff? Like that just doesn't seem realistic. Like, of course, I'll do $1 million 9 to 5 job, but
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of. I
You
started.
feel stuck.
I feel stuck. Yeah.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's gone.
stop, would you come up?
this Ron guy.
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
What? We didn't even get to hear her. She what? She said 2 things and it stopped. That was not 5 minutes. They just like, essentially skipped her entire part. Honestly, I don't think we have to watch the last part because it's just the same thing over and over. But I think that this is a dumb debate because I think it's really broad. I just wasted 35 minutes of my fucking life.